Hello everyone, welcome back to a new video. Today I will be planning and setting up my bullet journal for 2022. So this just includes some spreads that I'll be using throughout the entire year. And the bullet journal that I'll be using is the same one that I've used for the past 4 previous bullet journals. So it's the Lightgerm 1917 dotted A5 notebook, and I'm using this really pretty pink color this year. So I kind of change up the color every time, and pink is the color of the year, I guess. So here's a look at the journal. It has a pocket in the back, 2 little bookmarks. It comes with some other sticker things to help organize once you're done using it, I guess. So let's get started. So before doing any setting up, I like to reflect on the previous new year to see what worked for me and what didn't for my general yearly bullet journal setup. So I'm just going to be flipping through. If you guys want to see the full flip through of my 2021 bullet journal, it is up on my channel. So I just made a little list of the things I want to keep on this sticky note, and then I'm going to be referencing that for the entire time. So this just included kind of pairing things up so I know which spreads go with what. I'm going to begin by making my cover page, and for this I began by sizing out this piece of cardstock paper for my bullet journal, and then I marked out the middle sort of the paper so I could write out 2022 and it wouldn't be lopsided, or at least sort of. So I sketched that out with a pencil first just so I would not make any further mistakes, and then I'm going to be using these really pretty Crayola Super Tip colors for this entire setup, and then also this Muji gel pen, which is my all-time favorite. So after outlining that with the Muji gel pen, I just erased it and we're ready to go. I wanted to do something pretty simple. Oftentimes I do like a watercolor or some type of painting here, but I was already feeling like I was a bit behind on setting up my next year's bullet journal because I also have to do January as well. So I just went with Crayola Super Tips so that it would first of all be quicker, and second, it would be a little bit more cohesive with the rest of the 2022 bullet journal setup. So I just did this squiggly design with all of those colors, and then I'm just kind of continuing to add on until the page is covered, and then of course leaving out the 2022 in the middle. And then because the 2022 was feeling like it was lacking some boldness, I added a drop shadow with this black Tombow marker, and then also outlined some of the edges just a bit more to make it pop a bit. And then I'm adding some details in with gel pens. And then I'm just going to glue that into my bullet journal. And yeah, I think it looks really cute and turned out really well. I really miss the shade of blue. And flipping over to the next page, next up I'm going to be doing my goals on the left side, and then monthly favorites on the right. So I am beginning by making this like doodly swirly thing with the markers, and then I'm using this washi tape, which I'm pretty sure it's from Amazon. It has like these cute little sprinkles on it which match the colors perfectly. And for the monthly favorite section, this is just kind of a way to compile all of the different favorites I acquire in each month, and just to kind of put it somewhere in one place. And then I have different sections for my goals on the left. On the next page, I have a list for books, shows, and content favorites. So books and shows are on the left, just to keep track of all the different things that I read and watch. I do also use Goodreads mostly, but I still wanted a place in my bullet journal to kind of keep track of them if I wanted to. And then I'm doing this like funky outline on here with those same colors, and then I'm outlining that with a silver gel pen. On the other side, I have content favorites. So this is just essentially like a normal favorites page for every month of the year, except it's kind of aimed at like podcasts, YouTube, shows, kind of stuff like that, music, things that I'm liking for that month. As a way to kind of reflect on the year, I added these little botanical doodles with the silver gel pen and some stars and glittery stuff, more washi tape, and then this spread is all complete. And my next spread is my income tracker, which is arguably the most used yearly bullet journal spread that I have made. I think I've kept this consistent for all of the years that I have set up my bullet journal. For each month, I have a spot for the income source and then also how much. And then I'll just total that up at the end of each month, and it's a really convenient way to track. It's nice and simple, and I know I could use a spreadsheet, but I like to do it on paper, so this works well for me. I added some washi tape and this spread is complete. Alright, and flipping over to the next spread. Over here we have a spot for my expenses and income summary. So this is a little bit different than the previous page. That was kind of every single part of my income. This is just a summary of the different categories. So I do like to make a little graph. So I'm doing that on both pages for both expenses and income. And then I'm separating that with the rest of the page. And then this next part is a little chart that includes all the different months and then different categories that I deem fit well with my different expenses and income, if that makes any sense. So they both look the same, they just have different things because my expenses are different than my income. So I have 4 categories on each one, and I'm just writing this out with a Muji gel pen, and I think this is going to work out well. This is a little bit of a different setup from my previous years for expense and income summaries, but I think it'll be great and keep me really organized. And my last spread for 2022 is my looking forward thing. This is just kind of a journaling section. I didn't use this last year. I did make it, but I want to try to make sure that I prioritize going through this. And then lastly, I have a section for videos made, just where I write the date and then the video that I made. Pretty self-explanatory, but I just added some more doodles, washi tape, all of that stuff, just to make the entire theme very cohesive. And this spread is complete.
Time to start all over and go for it, 'cause they don't even know me yet, but that's something I don't read.
And then here's a little flip through of all of the pages that I made. So as I said before, these are going to be used throughout the entire year, not just like a monthly setup. And coming soon to you will be a January plan with me, where I set up specifically for the month of January. And as I continue through the year, I'm going to always hopefully be referencing back to these if they are in fact useful. And that is the entire 2022 setup. Let me know some of your favorite spreads that you like to do for your yearly bullet journal setup. It's always interesting to see what people find the most useful and what people continue to keep throughout the years. So as you can see, my bullet journal is still very empty, and it should suit me well for the rest of the year. That concludes today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed this little setup, and I will see you in my next video. Thank you so much for watching, and have a great day.